Hey viewers and viewers, my name's Propagandist and you're watching some more RWBY Volume 5 reactions. So, today we're going to be reacting to Episode 5. Obviously in the last episode we reacted to Episode 4 and we learned some interesting things. Of course, Yang and Weiss have now linked up and by the looks of it they're about to get some interesting exposition from Raven about Ozpin, who throughout, the franchise, I've said this before actually in the previous episode, but I'll say it again here, throughout the franchise we've been hinting that, Ozpin may have a bit of a past, and who knows. Today I'm just wondering if maybe we'll get some Yang and Weiss or not, who knows. I mean, it may save that for Episode 6, I'm not sure. But Episode 5 is called Necessary Sacrifice, and the thumbnail is interesting because it's a couple of slippery characters, Fennec and Corsac, who we've not seen much of so far in the franchise. We saw them, well, they were introduced in Volume 4, we saw them once, I think, so far in this series. And judging by the fact that they're in the thumbnail, which I'll try and overlay actually on the screen at some point during this little intro section of mine, I'm guessing that we're going to be getting some Blake stuff in this one, or maybe some stuff to do with the bad guys, because there was an absence of Blake in the last episode, so we'll see in that regard. One thing actually I will just talk about very quickly before we get into things, about the thumbnail, something that actually this is just going off at a bit of a tangent here, but something interesting. As I was looking actually at the thumbnail, when I first looked at it, in the background, that picture there, at first I thought that was a freaking grunt from Amnesia The Dark Descent. I don't know why, but when I looked closely I realised no, it's a guy with a hood who's got his head kind of bowed. But I can't be the only person who thought that, surely. Who knows? Maybe it is just me, I don't know. But of course, obviously I'm thinking that we're obviously going to get some bad guy stuff, maybe some Blake stuff in this episode. Be interesting to see. And other stuff, potentially, we might have. Maybe we'll have a bit more, Ruby and Oscar and all that. Oscar, of course, appeared in the last episode, and he's been trained now in how to fight. He seems to be picking it up fairly quickly, judging from what the characters are saying. I'm wondering also if maybe we'll get some more, perhaps from Salem, from Cinder and her crew and all that, and from Watts, perhaps. Who knows? But obviously we now, we're also a bit more confident about who the Spring Maiden is. So it was that short-haired woman who I previously was a little bit unsure about. At least that's what I think. I'm more and more convinced now that she is who we think she is. So it'd be interesting to see how she is perhaps brought into it a bit more in due course. But yeah, those are the basic sort of summary thoughts coming out of the previous episodes. Things to be, watching for as we go into this next episode. But I don't think there's really anything else for me to say, so I'm not going to waste too much time talking about various things, that are going on in the series, rather than, we're just going to get straight in and actually watch it. So yes, I'll see you in a second, everybody. Okay, so here we are, everybody. Got my donuts on my head. We're about to actually get into the episode, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Suits created by Monty Hume, a necessary sacrifice. Okay, right, Strain Menagerie. Yes, we're going to get some Blake. And there she is. Of course. That aesthetic is always so gorgeous.
Okay. Are you ready?
I've beat up on giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
Okay, what are we doing here? Signatures? We're getting a petition or something.
Your chieftain needs you. Your people need you. Please, join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
Oh, okay, right. Any volunteers?
Are you kidding me? We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Mata! Get back inside.
Mom!
You're not going anywhere.
Doesn't look like you're having a lot of success. Please put your first and last name here. Sign up to an activity that could potentially kill you.
Huh?
No, that's not how to do it, mate.
Huh?
Take that tree down. Those water effects. Said it before, I'll say it again, the art style in RWBY has come leaps and bounds since Volume 1. I mean, you watch Volume 1 now and it's just, you see so many kind of little rookie continuity errors. Not that Volume 1 isn't good.
I don't get it! How can they just sit around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone is like you and me. The faunus here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting. Of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone. And here we are asking them to put the rest of the world before themselves.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Let's just examine some of the
problem
people in the
is,
background.
Whatever happens at Haven is going to affect them whether they like it or not. If Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the Faunus. Everywhere.
Adam. He's the guy you used to work with?
Oh yes, the history between Blake and Adam Taurus.
Yes.
My
Sorry.
love.
Forget I brought it up.
And all
No,
that.
it's okay. Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word? Okay, well, I remember getting to know Ruby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity. After a while, I saw Weiss was defiance, and Yang was strength.
What am I?
What are you?
Jury's still out on that one.
That's putting it
I'm leaning
diplomatically.
towards Ernest.
That monkey tail sure comes in useful, doesn't it?
First, I thought Adam was justice. Then I thought he was passion.
And now you realise he's a
Over time, I
douchebag.
realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those things. He was spite. Not hatred, not rage, spite. He won't accept equality, only suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious. That's what worries me about Ilya. She's not like Adam, not yet at least. But I don't know how long that will last.
She was your friend, huh?
She was. Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human. She could have lived a normal life if she wanted. But she didn't. I always admired that.
Okay.
She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young, and she joined the White Fang. Like me, she was more or less trained on the road alongside other Faunus.
The White Fang and
She
all
learned
that
to
is very much a kind
survive,
of
to
topical
defend
thing.
herself. But as people like Sienna and Adam started to gain a following, she became more dangerous. I guess I did too. My parents tried to get me to leave with them, but I refused. I had Adam and Ilya, after all.
You know we're going to have to face her eventually.
I know.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and help her the way you helped me. You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be. I was drowning in guilt and fear. I tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And I can't give up on Ilya. It's about time I saved my friends for once.
Oh, are we now going to think about perhaps going to find the rest of Team RWBY?
You're really getting better, huh?
Yep, think
Are
so.
you hungry? It's almost dinner time.
Now, the roaring suggests you've taken a few lessons from Jean Arc.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was about to call it a night anyway.
Okay, Osmond's cane. I was
So,
wondering what that
you've
was for
never
a
fought
second.
before?
Just the occasional small grim. Nothing like this, though.
Wow, you look like a natural.
It's strange.
Oh, the shippers are probably
Only
going
had this
crazy
wound for
here.
a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime. Longer, even. I sound like a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, just a little. But at this pace, you'll
It's
be
not-
combat ready in no time.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a reference. We all know another character who used to say that.
I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
And then she got turned into
What
quarters.
do you mean?
Hee. Slightly dark joke. I'm sorry. For you penny
Scared.
fans out there.
I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this? Who would ask for this?
Ah, relax, boy. You've got a nice mentor in your head. Oh, God. He's getting emotional.
We all went
God,
to
that's a
Ethan
nifty
because
cane.
We wanted to help people.
Just click a lever like that and
But
pshoom.
you're right. None of us asked for this either. We You just have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident?
No.
People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
Dude, she's okay. I mean, she's not okay with it. She just keeps moving forward. Because you do.
When Beacon fell, I lost 2 of my friends. Penny Polandina and Pira Nikos.
Okay, we're going to actually
I
name
didn't know them for very long. but
Penny.
That doesn't change the fact that they were 2 of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pira thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking.
What happened to Penny's quarters?
She died fighting a battle
I'm
she
sorry.
knew she couldn't win.
This is a solemn moment and I'm just
And Penny
giggling about Penny
was
being
killed
ripped to pieces.
just to make a statement.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
I am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody. And that scares me most of all.
Yes,
Pira,
it should do.
Penny,
Oh, Volume 3.
I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt.
The absolute
That I didn't
shitstorm
think
that
about
went
them
down
every
there.
day since I lost them. That I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do. To keep moving forward.
Oh, the exact words I used. Come on, Farman boy. Ruminate on that.
Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. It wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the fact that you're even trying says a lot about you. You're braver than you think.
Yeah, boy.
She really is remarkable, isn't she?
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
In some ways, yes. But in many others, no.
Okay.
She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she
Blunt
also
teacher.
possesses something unquantifiable. A spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
This must be really hard on her, too.
It most assuredly is.
Yes. Message end. Aha. Bad guys?
Your thoughts?
Yes, I knew it.
Are of no significance. If this is how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed, then we shall make it so.
See, there's the picture that I
Of
first
course,
thought was a bloody amnesia grunt.
Still.
Come on, I can't be the only one seeing that.
Come in.
Taurus?
Sister Ilya.
No, Ilya.
Thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Please, stand. We have wonderful news.
Do you?
What is it?
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood.
See, look.
The operation
Amnesia
was a
grunt.
success. Adam Taurus has claimed his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
Sienna Khan, who's on the screen for all of about 2 minutes.
Sienna?
Buried with honor. The other branches of the Fang have been given the story that was agreed upon.
Something tells me you don't approve, Ilya.
We won't forget everything she did for us.
Indeed.
You don't buy that,
Your
come on.
maturity and understanding in regards to this matter is appreciated, and it is why we've summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period.
To put it that way.
requires change.
And change can be painful.
If it's for the betterment of the Faunus, then it's a pain we can endure. What's our next mission?
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to reach Menagerie, but when it does, the citizens of Kuokawana will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chieftain has spoken out against us.
It's It's my fault the Belladonnas had any ground to stand on.
Do not concern yourself with past failures, Ilya. Focus on the future. We have an opportunity for redemption.
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
I have a bad feeling about where this is going.
They must be silenced.
I knew it. Didn't I not say in a previous episode? They've now got a big target on their back. Well, big guy
Like
certainly has.
Sienna, they stand in the way of true progress for our people.
We would never put such a burden on you alone, of course. Your brothers and sisters will be at your side. But your relationship with their daughter makes you an integral part of this operation.
Uh-oh.
Blake?
We know how close you were with young Blake.
Yeah.
Rest assured, High Leader Taurus has requested she be taken alive. But we cannot risk having her present to defend her family.
But the people of Menagerie...
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
And we'll be left without a leader until our victory is complete.
A necessary sacrifice, Sister Ilya.
God, they're almost like religious fanatics. It's clear to see how they've taken inspiration from various real-world kind of things. I've said this before about the White Fang. Always a good source of inspiration.
About the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
That's
It
his
is a
name,
risk
Gira.
we must take for our High Leader.
Uh-oh.
I will not allow them to ruin this. The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but grief. You've done well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family. I have a promise to keep.
Yep, promise you made in Volume 3, of
He
course.
seems unwell.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Are we sure he is the one to lead us?
For now,
Oh.
we must do what is best for the Faunus. Yes,
Uh-oh. Are you scheming?
Brother Yuma. Did you see to Gira's messenger?
He rests beneath the waves, along with his warning.
Uh-oh.
Then all is well.
The game's afoot, everybody. Bad things are happening. Is that it? That's that then, everybody. Okay, well there you are. So that was episode 5, The Necessary Sacrifice of the RWBY Volume 5. Okay, very, very interesting. So, there are quite a few interesting little details that came out of that, I do think. So, as I pretty much anticipated there, older Gira has now got a target painted on his back. I mean, surprise, surprise there. And of course, dastardly schemes are afoot. So Blake is in for a bit of trouble. It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds over the coming episodes. And they're putting Ilya up to this, pretty much. So immediately we're going to have a nice little conflict, I do think. So we've got that to look forward to, certainly in the coming episodes. Oh man, so plenty of interesting exposition as well there. So Blake has been talking obviously about all her friends. So she's talking about Ilya, but she's also referring to members of Team RWBY as well. So at some point, hopefully, she's going to get the hell out of Menagerie and get back to them. But, you know, probably just as soon as the whole shit's gone down with her family and all that. So we'll have to see. Adam Taurus, of course, for anyone who doesn't really get what he was referring to by his promise, basically in Volume 3, when the shitstorm goes down, well, obviously if you've watched this, you'll know already what I'm talking about, and obviously for those of you who haven't watched, this is a bit of a spoiler warning, so if you don't want to hear this, then now's your time to tune out and to look away, or rather just stop the video entirely. But at the end of Volume 3, pretty much Adam resolves to basically destroy everything Blake holds dear, so that's pretty much what he's referring to there. And clearly, apart from, well, he was going to start, of course, with Yang, but that didn't quite work out for him. But I'm guessing now he's intending to take her family. Well, not guessing, and we know he's going to do that. It's pretty much confirmed here. So yes, well there we are. Oscar, of course, you know, he's still training. RWBY giving him a bit of motivation and inspiration there. And of course, actual proper, you know, she was actually talking really about Penny there for the first time. I don't think she really talked about Penny at all in Volume 4, so it's interesting that she would bring that back up now. Poor old Penny, still in quarters. And I'm sorry for my morbid humour, but of course, you know, it's funny. Sorry, all you Penny Polendina fans out there who are probably now all still smarting, still salty over what happened to her in Volume 3. But yes, we also had a reference obviously to Pyrrha as well, another character who kind of died off in the shitfest of Volume 3. When I say shitfest, I don't mean the volume was bad, I mean it was, you know, absolute storm, a lot of stuff went down. But yes, obviously if you haven't seen the early volumes, you've got to do so. But that kind of helps me just wrap up this video nicely. So yes, thank you for joining me then, everybody, for episode 5 of the RWBY Volume 5. I'll try and get the next episode recorded as soon as I can. I've also got other things planned to do here on the Propagandist channel, so obviously there are various other animes and things that people have asked me to take a look at, so I may have a look and see what I can do about those. Obviously I don't know if I'll be able to do a proper sort of Let's Watch kind of reaction series for those ones. Really just depends on the copyright. If I can't do sort of like a kind of, not a live reaction, but sort of reaction video like this for those, then I may alternatively think about perhaps doing a different kind of format, maybe like a review format. I'll watch it and then give some thoughts on it afterward, and maybe sort of record my kind of review thoughts. You know, maybe something like that, who knows. I've also got other things in mind for other franchises in terms of maybe doing sort of review things, so you see, keep your eyes peeled on the Propagandist channel, watch this space, something may be coming in due course, something other than RWBY, so yes, hopefully you might have something in that variety to look forward to. Keep seeing shadows flickering outside my window, thinking someone's coming to the door again. So many times I get disturbed, often in that way. But yes, if you're not doing so already, you can follow me, well, if you're not doing so already, obviously I'd recommend that you check out my General Red Strategist channel, which is my gaming channel, which is my main channel, where I upload a lot of content and I try to stick to a fairly frequent upload schedule. So, you know, if you're into, you know, video game content, especially by an amateur, incompetent gamer like myself, playing games on a potato PC where I get a magnificently low number of frames a second, then hey, that might be interesting for you. Obviously you can sign up to that, subscribe to it, whatever, go and check it out, blah blah blah, you know, the usual kind of gubbins which YouTubers always come out with about, you know, like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, you know all that. Obviously also I do have Facebook and Twitter links for my General Red Strategist channel, so if ever you want to sign up to those, feel free to do so. You know, it's a good way of perhaps staying in contact with me if you ever want to send questions or whatever. Who knows? It's just an idea, it's up to you, really is. I'm not going to push it on you. But other than that, in the meantime, I'm going to sign off now, so thank you for joining me then, and hope you'll join me for part 6 of the RWBY Let's Watch whenever I get around to recording that. But other than that, what can I say? This is Propagandist signing out. Goodbye, everybody.